What is up? What's up, everybody? Yo, Wine, how you doing? Welcome. Sorry, we're just tweeting everything out. Yo, David, how are you doing? Yo, Austin, how are we doing over on the Twitch side, my friend? Chaco, here we go. Yo, Wheeze, hope everyone's having a good New Year's Eve. Finally got heirloom and taking crystal after 7 runs. Say, 7 runs actually isn't that bad. Yo, Darthclo, welcome on the YouTube side. I hope everyone's having a good day. This is my first time on Titan, I'm pretty sure, since Sunder Doctrine, doing that solo flawless. Oh my god, yeah, like Anarchy build. Dude, this is a mess. So, I need, I'm gonna be farming 3.0 armor, because I don't really have 3.0 armor. I'm gonna need some builds. Work sucks today, but I have a 4-day weekend, so I'm chilling. Yo, hang in there. Hang in there. Happy New Year's to everyone as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna need... If anyone has any Titan builds they can share, that would be sick. These are legal. Bonk hammer? Yeah. I'm sick, so I guess I used up my luck. Damn. Well, I hope you recover very quickly, my friend. I think I would like a Worm God's Bonk hammer build. If anyone has maybe a dim link they can share or something, that would be awesome. I think I can just delete. Okay, that's illegal as well. I'm gonna keep all good illegal armor. That might be good for like, Jesus Christ, dude. That's illegal armor. That's a bad Lorelei. One of my New Year's resolutions, I don't know if I'm going to stick to it, but one of my New Year's resolutions is I need to start playing my other characters more. And that's one thing I'm going to be doing. Banner Titan with Vex Caliber. Really? Interesting. King Hollow, what's up? Hey, Scarrow, today's my birthday. Yo, happy birthday. Happy birthday indeed, my friend. That's illegal. And that's illegal. This is shit. Holy... I literally still have Monarch on from Bolt Charge meta. That's how long it's been since I've touched this character. You can use that, that's fine. Let's get rid of this. But today I just wanna, I wanna get set up, and then I wanna go farm some Kepler armor. Oh my god. That illegal armor was so sick. Yeah, I want to get set up farming some illegal armor, and then or not illegal armor, some Kepler armor, and then I want to take a second, you know, the stream to reflect back on the last year, cuz it's been a strange one. It's been a strange year. It's probably been one of the better years of my life personally. Like, it's been a really big year for me, which I'm super thankful for, of course. But it's been a very weird year for Destiny. Oh, my poor Fabric, almost 50,000 kills. Why? Put that in the vault. I don't know why I have that. All right, we're gonna get. Can I pick up the armor from Zavala here? Is that once per character? Why Kepler? For Eon Adapter, you can just pick it up. It's a very, very quick way to get tier 5 armor. Do I have a Titan build? A Titan bonk build? Are any of these solar? I literally don't even have everything unlocked on Titan. This is crazy. Yikes. Is this prismatic or is this solar? This is solar. And does it have Bonky Boy on it? No, it doesn't. Let's get Bonky Boy on this. Can someone who plays Bonk Titan tell me, oh my god, are these literally not unlocked? What the fuck? Oh, they are unlocked. Can someone tell me the 4 fragments and the 2 aspects you use? I guess I can also inspect my friends list. Surely someone's using Hammer Titan. It's pretty good right now. No one is using Hammer Titan. It's a Warlock. Please, someone. I just want to steal this build, bro. God damn it. Alright. Oh, thank you so much, Spicy. Appreciate you. And I'm gonna go ahead and delete all my builds on Dim. Okay, you're using... Okay, that's the 2 I'm using. Solace.
Eververse trades in goods we feel enhance a Guardian's journey.
I'm probably using this just for health.
Ready to check.
Yeah, definitely not this one.
Give a little joy.
Scorch targets. Probably that. Oh, or Ashes. This might be an Ashes moment. I'm gonna use this for now. Figure something out. Let me delete all my loadouts here.
Hi again.
She said she
I wish there was a way to clear your loadouts in game.
Her a thumbs up. I don't believe this.
Okay, so we should be down to 1. Nice. And then we'll transfer over some weapons, and then we can start freaking chatting. Horseman retrograde. Easy pick. Horse. Your tide. Horse. Eager edge sword.
Let's check. You must have messages.
And we'll just go hanging on Kepler. Investment, what's up? 2025 was sadly the year where no matter what Bungie did, a lot of people just shout on them. Yeah, it's so hard with Destiny. I saw a I think Destiny the meme had a really good tweet yesterday. I think it was them. Let me get flying into Kepler and I'll see if I can find this tweet. It is so unfortunate that it's so consistent for Bungie, where it's like, you know, they mess up and then they do something good, and then it doesn't matter that they do something good to a lot of people, and that really sucks. What is Destiny the meme? Here we go. I had a banger tweet yesterday. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yes. This is what Destiny 2 feels like, and it's the thing where it's usually like a bad horse, and then like, or you know, like the people are like, season 1's a great fire horse, and then like that. But for Destiny, it is just like, it's all over the place. And it's like, yeah, that's actually that's such a vibe actually, and it does suck because I think Bungie has like legitimately done quite a lot of good things this year. There were obviously a lot of bad. But I mean, like, Chestiny was this year. I think both Desert Perpetual and Epic Desert Perpetual were both W's. Oh shit. I think Equilibrium was, I mean, Renegades as a whole was really good, and so it sucks because, yeah, there were a lot of misses, but I wish it wasn't the only thing people focus on, you know? That's a good representation of this game, yeah. Renegades is maybe a top 3 time. Oh, really? I don't know if I'd put it that high. I probably wouldn't put it quite that high. I've been very pleasantly surprised with how good it has been, though. Boar Gang was severely lacking in 2025. Did you watch my impossible quiz that I did with CB Gray, Sweat, Evan Berkey, and Milo? Because there might have been a Borgong reference in there. Electron Stasis Titan was Sitho and Slayer's Fang. Oh, dude, Slayer's Fang. I totally forgot that even existed. So how does this work? I just run around killing shit? Where's my fucking hammer? Oh no. Okay, so do I need like better grenade stat or melee stat? Is that how this works? Second, let me put on all melee stats here. What a siphon. Oh, and a yeah. Okay, so that should help a lot. Loot is top tier. The activities are fun. The dungeon is fun. The cosmetics and the chase are fun. It's just fun right now. Yeah, it is. It's a. Oh, here we go. Nice. That did fix it. It is a really good time in Destiny right now. Always room for improvement, but I think Renegades was very solid. Renegades in a vacuum is really good, but there's so many core issues I have with the game that have never been addressed or even acknowledged. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Well, I agree with half of it. I don't think, like, can you give an example of something that's not been acknowledged? I think they've been pretty good at acknowledging stuff. Are you farming Kepler armor set? Yes, I have 0 tier 5 armor pieces on my Titan. I have not touched my Titan since Revenant. And one of the things there are a couple things I want to be better at in the new year. I want to be better about working out more consistently. Like, I play basketball and I play hockey all the time. But I need, for like my personal health, I need to be better at not during those things working out. I work on music a lot behind. Now, why would that be tier 3? Oh, is it because my light's so low on this guy? I work on music a lot behind the scenes, but I haven't really released any music this year, so I definitely want to do that. Next year I want to be better about releasing music and like finishing projects. Your light is account wide. Need to buy the bonus tier stuff on Kepler? I did. I'm on Mythic. Mythic's highest difficulty, right? Oh, it says world tier period. When I loaded in, I swear to God, it said Mythic. When I loaded in, it said it right above the launch. New marathon news? No. I wouldn't expect new marathon stuff for at least a few weeks. What? Shadow has something to say about that. Scare, what god must I pray to for these crystal colors to drop? RNGesus, bro. Is there a reason you play Warlock so heavily? It's just the easiest class. So for a while, I was actually a hunter main for the majority of the vast majority of Destiny. Or maybe it's probably been about even now. Let's say 60% of Destiny I was a hunter main. And then Warlocks are just easy. They have the best movement by far. They have the best movement. And they can just do everything. And so it just kind of settled into, as Destiny requires you to push yourself less and less nowadays because everything's just so fucking broken. And it's been like that for 4 years. I just kind of defaulted to the easiest and best feeling class, which is Warlocks, because almost entirely because of their movement and survivability. So hottest armor to farm, I think on all characters for most PvE, having 2 Pharaoh Potents and 2 of the last season was Swordmaster? Smoke Jumper. 2 Smoke Jumper. 2 Smoke Jumper, 2 Pharaoh Potents is what I consider to be pretty top tier. The dungeon's good if you're doing like a sword build. If you're doing some LARP action. Do we know how many hands Justin had in post Edge of Fate stuff? Justin Truman? I mean, he's been at Bungie for a long time, but he's at the end of the day, he's a manager, right? So. Yo, NorCal! Happy holidays, my friend. But I do... Oh, sorry, yeah. So I want to be better about releasing music projects, and then I want to get back to a spot where I'm playing all 3 characters pretty consistently. I think that's something I've neglected to do for a number of years, and it's just so easy to have good armor sets right now, and every class just has so many broken builds right now. Like, it's very easy to play all 3 currently. So I have, like, not really any excuses. Why is that still tier 3? Why is this still world tier brave? Is that just... Okay, I'm in Mythic. Let me go back here. Do you have a streamer goal for 2026? Not really. I mean, I've been... Really, for a long time, my goal was to be able, or to be invited and be able to, you know, work with Bungie on stuff. And that really started in late 2024, but that's really come into, like, I have all of this, right? Oh. Okay. I didn't know you had to buy these on per character. Okay. We good. We are good. Okay, now I can actually farm. Gone into an argument about how warlocks are the best in Dro and how one grenade can clear a room. Been enjoying Mask of Bacchus with proactive blade. It is nice that all characters, I mean, you know, some warlocks obviously have some fucked stuff with Chunky Boy right now, but I mean, Hunter Strand melee spam and Titan melee spam have been in the game for well over, you know, they've been broken for about a year, I guess. They've been broken for longer than that, but they are so broken that they changed how damage stacks, and didn't really fix them a little bit, but they're still busted. Thank you, love. So my streamer goal for 2026 is I've really, you know, I've done this year for me personally was just such, it's probably been my strongest year of content. Not performance wise necessarily, but in terms of like what I'm really proud of everything we did this year. Started streaming on Twitch, you know, finally bit the bullet, realized we were being dumb, started streaming on Twitch. Oh fuck, I need to reapply all my mods. Made a lot of new friends, and you know, going to Austin and hanging out with all of those guys and gals and making that content together, awesome. Getting flown out to Bungie multiple times and being able to, you know, be involved with those processes, and you know, that was awesome. Being part of the marketing campaign for Marathon, even though like that wasn't necessarily all, you know, amazing for me, it was still something really awesome to be a part of, and I hope I get to continue being involved with that process. You know, we broke $200,000 raised for the Bungie Foundation this year. That's incredible. It's just actually unbelievable. What else? Being part, you know, like helping solve the Chestney and the ARGs, and you know, really seeing myself like in the live stream for the Marathon reveal, like seeing them watching our stream is fucking insane. So it's like this year has been just really incredible on the, you know, professional content creation side for me, even with Destiny and Marathon going through ups and downs, and it's been awesome. So thank you all for your support during this year. It's been pretty crazy. I ended up pivoting away from Destiny to other games, with popping up on my radar before and after the final shave. Well, I'm glad you decided to hop back in the stream. And actually, if you have any interest at all, Renegades has been Edge of Fate. I thought I had a really good campaign, but surrounding stuff not that interesting other than the raid. Renegades has been really awesome all around if you're interested at all. So another Marathon delay? What? The fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I know, Shadow. This guy's just saying random words in chat. I've been playing Arc Raiders. It's a good time. I don't even like third person. Just wait till you get the feeling for the first person older brother. I still have so many of the chessboard pictures from the Chestney event. Pretty awesome. 2026 creator goal, Marathon enemy evaluation. That would be an awesome fucking April Fool's video that only like 4 people would get. But yeah, it's been pretty surreal this year, and I'm, like I said, I'm really thankful for all the opportunities. And so really in 2026 I want to keep doubling down on everything. I want to, some creator goals of mine in 2026. There are things moving behind the scenes for this already. I've always been very bad at merch. I want to do better at merch. I want to work with a lot of artists and and do cool merch things. Work in progress. Like I said, I want to release more music and have a good time there, and really, like, I just want to keep it going. You know, I want to you know, enjoy, make sure I'm enjoying everything to the fullest. Like, I don't know how long this lasts, right? Like, I don't know how long, you know, I keep getting invited out to Bungie, and I don't know how long I can take impromptu trips with my friends to random ass states and record videos, and I don't know how long all of that lasts. There we go, tier 5. But I'm really, really excited that it's here, and I'm gonna make sure I'm like cognizant of the uniqueness of this opportunity while it's happening. So. One other thing I want to do, I want to make sure my... What is my focus? Paragon? No. Gunner. In terms of general Destiny franchise content, I'm already covered via Destiny Rising. Okay, nice. We're doing the world's first race on Saturday. I'm not gonna lie, when we go to Chicago, shattered cycle, I'm adamant. They pretty much spelled it out for us. I don't think it's that much of a stretch, but and we have to gather information and file stuff. I think it'd be awesome if they did a whole ARG tied to that stuff. I literally we were talking about this on stream yesterday, Eden. Like, with us going to the DEO headquarters, that is the perfect opportunity for them to have an awesome ARG with us, like, cracking their files or putting together information or something. Do pinnacle drops ever change rotate? I took a break right before they introduced the portal, and now I have no idea what weapons are available or not. Yeah, they rotate with expansions. So, like, you missed the ones for Edge of Fates. Renegades has their own, and they add more. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but they add more with the mini updates too. So, Ash and Iron didn't get rid of the Edge of Fate weapons, but there were new ones, and now those were kind of cycled out of the pool for the Renegades ones. They're going to add a way to get that. They've already acknowledged that, but for now, there's not a great way. There are like a couple fringe ways to get things like Mint Retrograde. Not super consistent though. Where'd my hammer go? I wish the snowball animation wasn't so long. Oh no, what is that, lab? Looking around Chicago just to find a piece for the ARG. Yeah, dude, Warmind style. That would be so sick. You should read it. All right, let's see what we got here. Give me a second. Let me kill this. All right, Lab sent us this. This is 5 months ago. Oh, God. Destiny 1 was way better than Destiny 2. Than Destiny 2, by the way. Make a Destiny 1 reboot. That is 5 minutes ago. Not 5 months. 5 minutes ago. Destiny 1 was way better than Destiny 2. Destiny 1 was clearly superior to Destiny 2, especially in its early days. PvP felt faster. More fluid. And genuinely fun. With a pace that Destiny 2 never truly... movement and gunfights felt intense and rewarding. Toward the end of Destiny 1, PvP suffered due to special ammo nerfs. But if Bungie had kept the original system with abundant primary and special ammo, the PvP experience would have completely outclassed Destiny 2. In PvE, Destiny 1 also did many things better. Random weapon perks gave players a real reason to grind, unlike the capped perks in Destiny 2. Exotic, what the fuck does that mean? Exotics were rare and meaningful, creating excitement to log in every week and wait for Xur. Progression required time, effort, and dedication, which made rewards feel earned. Destiny 2 lacks its grind-driven motivation, combined with Destiny 1's darker, more realistic art style. Stronger atmosphere. Yeah, more realistic. It's fighting space gods. The game felt like it had soul, something Destiny 2 lacked, especially at launch. For those reasons, Destiny 1 reboot would be welcome. Fast gameplay. Dude, what the fuck are we smoking with the fast gameplay thing? The original weapon system, powerful and unbalanced guns for fun, a reason to grind, darker art style, modern performance. Okay. It's simply, genuinely, is not. Does anyone found us across his Reddit account? AI Gen ass post. Destiny 1 was way slower than Destiny 2. I love Reddit. I would kill to join in on the next ARG. Well, keep your eyes on the channel and on the Twitter account. You know, I'm always super vocal when we have an ARG. So, since they already have a loot toggle in the dungeon layers, I think they could do something similar, change which expansion loot drops from activity if you choose to customize. That'd be cool. No, I'm saving that specifically for a stream, Jatch. Likely tomorrow. Tentatively tomorrow. There might be a marathon ARG for launch. Dude, I'm so excited, man. I hope there's an ARG. I think we have so many potentials for larger puzzles with the marathon stuff. Like, I would say likely-ish that we get like a marketing ARG leading up to launch. The game itself is going to be full of puzzles and stuff. Like, man. Well, it's going to be a good time. Doggy's not going to stream until next year. This guy. Freaking lab. Not going to stream until next year. Kind of true, though. Hey, at least I don't take January off. If you guys ever want to wonder, or if you ever want to know, if you ever do wonder, since, or why so many YouTubers and streamers take off January, it's because that's the lowest ad revenue month. Companies spend the least amount on ads during that month. That's why everyone takes January off. It's like, why put in the same amount of effort for less money? What's up, Tides? I will be fine with not getting anything else as long as Chicago has an affiliate. I'll give up my hopes for everything else. Just give me that, Bungie. What if we finally get to see an affiliate in Chicago and it's just like lame as shit? Have you considered this? The Traxxas Global USEC IO websites. Oh, all of them did. Yeah, got new animations. Yes, yeah, we noticed that the day they released the Vidoc. Very cool. I hope they're cooking. I really hope they're cooking on the ARG community puzzle front. The amount of hype that those things generate is just absurd, so. Aren't Aphelion space monsters? Yeah, like, but everything we fight in Destiny are space monsters. I miss Destiny 1's fast-paced PvP. Speaking of ARGs in general, not just Bungie ARGs, I wish there was a tiny one leading up to the announcement of the new Metabots game. What is it? What is Metabots? Yo, K-Swiss! Happy New Year, my friend. NVIDIA and AMD to significantly increase GPU prices starting next month. 5090 increasing from 2,000 to 5,000. Wait, no shot? That's not real, is it? Yo, Cole! How are we doing? I miss enjoying dares farming. Oh, dude, dares farming back in the day was so sick. It's rumored but not confirmed. All right, load up on 5090s, sell them. So get them all for $2,000 right now. Load up. The next month, when the prices increase, sell them for $3,500. It's pretty good going to see the Stranger Things 5 finale in theaters in a couple hours. Dude, I hope it's good. We're going to be watching that probably tonight. It's hard, though, because the Sabres on a 9-game winning streak, and they have a game that starts at 8 Eastern, which is exactly when Stranger Things comes out. So Stranger Things might be waiting a couple hours, but we'll see. By the way, I love your YouTubes and streams, but I was just curious. Oh, I missed something. Why are you acting like the art style and overall vibe of Destiny 1 and 2 are the same? I mean, not gonna lie, it's obvious that Destiny 2 gameplay is way better. I didn't. Who said... When did I ever say they were the same? Can I have a clip to the exact moment where I claimed Destiny 1 and 2 art style were the same? Because I think I blacked out. Forgot to take my meds or something, if I said that. I've always described Destiny 1 as having more of like a sci-fi art direction. Destiny 2 is more fantasy. That's kind of how I categorize them in my head. But I don't... There are things I prefer in Destiny 1. But I wouldn't say overall I prefer Destiny 1 art style. But it would help if it wasn't like 7-1. Yo, Haunter, what's up? Hey, Scarrow, Happy New Year, my friend. Hope 2026 is not only a good year for Destiny, but all of us. Yes. Yes. I can't see because my fucking cat is standing in front. She's been doing this a lot recently. I think she's really wanting attention. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you standing there? Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty. I missed the Destiny 1 speaker cloak models. No, what I really miss, Destiny 1 had the best hunter cloak of all time. The Ghost Hunter? What was it? Oh, fuck me, I forget. Oh, the Ghost Angel. Angel Ghost. That's my Reddit flare is from that cloak. We are an army of the chosen dead. Which is a fucking... Or risen dead. I don't remember. A fucking sick line, though. I think it's Ghost Angel Cloak. Destiny. Oh, I'm typing in all caps. Let's go. Yeah, dude. This is the sickest shit Bungie has ever made. It's not even close. Where's the Glowhoo one? Look at that. This was literally my hunter in Destiny 1. Okay. Underwear, why did that do that? Bro, I don't want your fucking... Why won't it open the fucking ad, bro? Is this gonna bring me to Imgur again? It had a second name. I don't remember what the second name was. Okay, well, it was this one. Unless you guys want to see another underwear ad on Imgur. This shit was so fucking sick. There's a cloak of Destiny 2 that looks like that? No, there's fucking not. Can I help you? Shadow's just sitting here watching me. Judging me for farming armor in the loot cave. Why are you just looking at me like that? If you're tired, go sleep. I was led to believe the drop rates here were a lot faster. My cat also does that when she wants to sleep besides me. She's just staring at me. Like, go to bed. You should make a video or something on preparing your raid jacket for the shadow box. The trick is Victoria usually does it. I'm not good at that. Yeah, I do plan on like farming actual content, kind of, you know, for actual armor. But I want to get like a passable build for my Titan first, and then go from there. And then farm like Vanguard alerts or something. How do you get Smoke Jumper right now? Someone drops them. Is it Hawthorne? Her weekly drops it. My RNG's just better, Cole. Get it. My cat died 3 days before Christmas, so I'm really sorry. I'm very sorry to hear that, my friend. Hopefully you're doing all right. Bro, where's all my drops? I don't think I'm farming hard enough. You stole them? Oh no. I think I'm only getting chest piece in the helmet or in arms. What is everybody's favorite Destiny thing or moment from 2025? What like stood out as the best thing that Bungie did with Destiny this year? When I did my 3D pin wall not shattering the glass was the hard part. That doesn't surprise me. And I'm glad you did. Epic Desert Perpetual, dude, so based. All around so based, my friends. Chestiny, hands down, very good moment as well. Does anyone have a favorite time in this year that wasn't Chestiny or Epic Desert Perpetual? Vale getting his hand shot off? That was a pretty good... That was a good twist. Seeing people cry that the nether was too hard? That's so toxic. Well, Bungie kind of doubled down with the Lawless Frontier, so I think they agree. Right at the 9 ultimatum dungeons. I don't know why. I totally forgot that was this year. That's like literally right around the time of Chestiny. Here I am praising Chestiny. Totally. I think the ultimatum dungeons were actually really fucking awesome. The slashing? I don't think I know what that is. Banger. Bad. bad. Why do I have a renewal? Not bad. Sword doing 1 million damage? I don't think I know what you're talking about. Oh, I do. It was the sword with no ammo doing damage. I forgot about that. I saw a comic where the Guardian gives Bale a single mint and signs it with from a real Guardian. Or from a real weapon. That's insane. I'm curious how our relationship with Bale continues. For a real answer, it's small in the grand scheme of things, but Heresy gave closure to Oryx as a character in a way that I found very satisfying. Yeah, we got to kill him like a 5th time. That was sick. It blows my heresy. It blows my mind. It blows my heresy. It blows my mind that heresy was this year. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? Like the structure of content this year actually probably made it the fastest feeling year of Destiny content in terms of like the gaps between content felt less this year than years where it's actually less, like during seasons or whatever. Like for whatever reason, this year did feel very like there was always something to do for the most part, with the exception of like a little bit of time in Edge of Fate. Did JFK and Lodi conspiracy? It's not conspiracy. JFK killed, or nope, Lodi killed JFK. That is just a fact of the Destiny universe. What if the beast under Chicago killed JFK? It's Lodi. What if Lodi's the raid boss of Shattered Cycle? It's just it's just Lodi with Graviton Lance. Just like the Master Chief suit definitely canonically has a pleasure function. Wait, what? Why is that canonical? But I totally canonically killed JFK. Well, he did, for sure. I'm on to him. Dude, I wish there was a way to stop weapons from dropping. Right on. This might be a dumb question, but with Lodi being the emissary, my top 5 in order: Epic Desert, Perpetual, Chesney, Lost Frontier, Sunder Doctrine, Ultimatum Dungeons. It's a pretty fucking good list. Whew. Does that mean that he once died once we kill the 9? Oh, does that mean that he will die once we kill or bind the 9? I don't really know how that works. I assume not, because what's her head left? What's the girl that was an emissary? No, she's not. Orin. She didn't die. She could leave. Just have Lodi leave at like the last second or whatever if it's dangerous. I don't know. Just quit, bro. Why are you playing Solar Titan? To farm out armor, because I've not touched this class in almost a year. Yeah, but now she has to forever speak with a British accent. What a terrible fate, bro. She made her own fate. She chose this. At this point, in what Destiny 2 has to offer to make the roadmap great? People are oh, Jesus Christ, brother. People are tired of Destiny 2. People want a new Destiny game. Yeah, I agree, but those things are not entirely. I think the roadmap can still have very exciting things on it. It just kind of depends, right? Like if the roadmap came out and they were like Pantheon 2, new raid, I still get excited about those types of things. I am personally more interested in the state of the game than the roadmap. Zolo for 2026. They should add Zolo to Destiny Rising. But I'm personally like more interested and more excited for the state of the game. I think that's way more important than whatever the roadmap has to say, to be honest. What about Maya? Is she still a threat or not really? The Conductor and Maya are two different characters. I assume you're talking about the Conductor, and yeah, she's still a threat, but like less of a threat. I feel like at this point she's mostly just a threat because she's a highly locked in character. I wish Destiny 2 had another crew. Why am I only getting fucking arms and chest pieces, bro? They added symmetry to Crow's Head instead of Necrochasm. What an insane thing for them to do, by the way. My favorite raid of all time was King's Fall. 1.0 or 2.0? Do you think the state of the game is video format or a vlog? If it's Tyson, I think it's a vlog. If it's Robbie, I think it's 50-50. But I would like, no matter how we get it, I would like part of the next developer stream to be dedicated to recapping the state of the game. Or kind of expanding on it. I think that would be a healthy thing for them to do. When we were at Bungie, Tyson got up in front of everyone and he did a very heartfelt apology. But there was only like, 30 of us in the room. I would love to see something like that, but he's very clearly not a huge fan of the camera. So I'm not sure how the best way for them to pull that off would be. I know it won't happen, but Wrath needs to come back. I would like Wrath to come back. I also think it's not likely. I think saying it needs to come back is very strong. I don't really think bringing Wrath back moves the needle, to be honest. In the same way that bringing back the other 3 raids didn't really move the needle. And if we're only getting 1 raid a year, I do not want it wasted on a reprise. I would take a worse original raid than a reprise Wrath, just because it's original. Bruh, stop giving me fucking weapons. I mentioned this when Destiny Rising came out, but I think they're only going to add Destiny 2 year 1 to 3 exotics, so anything post Beyond Light or left in Destiny 1 won't get added. Percent kind of reinforce this. Why do you think that? Do you think that's just like the part of... That's really weird. Do you think that's just part of their like agreement? We got rocket sidearms, we got rocket pulses. When are we gonna get rocket swords? I think like launch frames are kind of rocket swords. Think about it. Best first stream to jump in. I love your passion for the game. Hey, I appreciate it. King's Fall 1.0 is the only raid I played more than once. That's interesting. I find King's Fall I'm not a huge fan of the reprise raids in Destiny 2. I mean, they're fine. With the exception of King's Fall. I think the King's Fall 2.0 is by far the best reprisal. And I think that's because it fixed everything I didn't like in Destiny 1 King's Fall. I'm actually a little bit of a Destiny 1 King's Fall hater. And that's mostly because you can't... Really, it comes down to the Oryx encounter and totems. The fact that you can't shorten those encounters, and there's, especially Oryx, is just such a long, tedious encounter. I find very frustrating. But Destiny 2, you can, you know, skip. We have more movement text, so you can skip past a lot of the jump puzzles. They fixed up, like, Golgroth is way more interesting in Destiny 2, in my opinion. Actually, all the encounters are way more interesting in Destiny 2, with maybe the exception of Sisters being better in Destiny 1, or Daughters. But Daughters in Destiny 1, since you could one-phase both very consistently, that was nice. Wrath got me into raiding. I haven't touched raid since, as it's not as action-packed as Wrath was. You haven't touched raid since it's not as action-packed as Wrath was? What? Dog, there are 15 raids that are more action-packed than Wrath. What? There are a lot of reasons to like Wrath of the Machine over other raids, but like add density and speed of gameplay is not one of them, in my opinion. The humble, epic Desert Perpetual. Yes. It's just something I noticed. There's like 20 or 30 returning exotics in Rising, both in game and from the alpha, yet only 2 Heir Apparent and now Symmetry are post Shadowkeep. I wonder if that has anything to do with like when they signed the agreement to make the game, in the licensing agreement, and that's when they started making plans and actually developing things. Did you know I was the world's first to access solo while wearing Christmas socks? On God, do you have stream proof? YouTube proof? Fog is the only raid in the game I actively dislike, and it's not even close. I will run any raid. I think even the worst Destiny raids are good, right? Like, I think the worst Destiny raid for me is probably Garden or Vogue. One of the, yeah, one of those two. And they're still like 7.5s out of 10. They're still some of the best content you can get in all of gaming. You don't like Vogue? No. I prefer my raids to be very complex. Vault of Glass is very simple. It's you know, it was the first raid. You know, that's really all you have to say about Vogue. It was good for the time. You have to add a qualifier, which kind of brings it down a couple pegs. I love Vogue because of nostalgia. That's also an important thing to know about me. I'm not a very nostalgic person. There are a few exceptions, but for the most part, I'm not a super nostalgic person. This guy loves complexity, but hates Destiny 1 King's Fall. Make it make sense? Well, Destiny 1 King's Fall was tedious, not complex. Fairly straightforward, I would argue. I hope we won't get more collabs. I wouldn't mind one like every few years. Like especially if like listening to the interviews with the devs and even some of the leads, they seem very confident that a lot of this content would not have existed in any form without this collaboration, like the factions and stuff. And I like all the stuff in Renegades, and if what it takes for Bungie to start or keep making rather very unique, innovative ideas and grow what Destiny is, and you know, blend more genres and give us more unique experiences. If collaborations are required or help that process in any way, then I do hope we get more of them. I want whatever gives me the newest feeling Destiny experience. That's also good. Those are, I guess those are important. It's an important thing to say. Dude, I'm getting so many fucking guns. Wrath didn't save Destiny 2, but day 1 Desert Perpetual was the most played day for Destiny 2 this year. I actually didn't know that. Really? More people played on Desert Perpetual Day than Edge of Fate launch or Renegades launch? I find that incredibly surprising, actually. Coming back for free with contest mode and new exotic would definitely do numbers for them. Yeah, once again, I don't really think it moves the needle, right? Like, I don't want them to do things just for numbers. I want them to do stuff because it's good for the player experience, and I hope it also helps numbers. But some of my favorite experiences in Destiny, Niobe Labs, Corridors of Time, Chastity, are more niche experiences. Epic Desert Perpetual. And I hope, and I said this to Ben Womack in my interview with him, that's up on the channel, and he seemed to echo my concerns and respond really well. Like, I don't want us to never, like, I don't want Bungie to look at the lack of engagement with Epic Desert Perpetual and say, that's not worth our time. Because I think that's a very complex issue. And I don't think it's Epic Desert Perpetual's fault that the game is in the state that it's in. And quite the contrary, I think Epic Desert Perpetual is, as I mentioned, like one of the best things that we've gotten, if not the best thing by a lot that we've gotten in Destiny this year. And so while Wrath might be the popular thing, I don't want to lose out on new experiences because old experiences just are better for a couple of weeks for numbers, you know? So it's a hard thing. Bringing Wrath back doesn't bring the population back for more than a week or what have you, right? So Axis, I think this is regarding my collabs comment. I think that's definitely fair. It's a way to pull from different inspirations, keep the devs creatively stimulated. But even as a Star Wars fan who think Renegade was handled rather tastefully, I think just knowing another IP has crept in Destiny in a permanent way feels odd to me. I respect that. I respect that. But let's say we are in a world where, you know, I think everyone's, we don't know, and I remain very skeptical, but I think everyone's hoping that Destiny 2 is kind of on some form of life support until we get a Destiny 3 in 5 years or whatever. If that's true, I mind it even less. I don't necessarily think that's true, but if it is true, and every 1 or 2 years they want to give us a single collab, and it's like, oh, okay, this game will be sunset in 5 years anyways, then I don't really mind that much. I wouldn't want them to like open Destiny 3 and come out of the gate with a collab or anything, but once again, I'm not necessarily on the Destiny 3 believer train, but if that is the case. It was like 110k day 1 of Desert Perpetual, 90k for Edge of Fate day 1, and about 70k for both Renegades and Equilibrium. That is incredible. That's actually incredible. They're in a constant tug of war with making the game they want to make and making the game people ask for, on top of being under deadlines and under budget. It's really messy. Yeah, I mean, it's also just like IP fatigue, right? Like, 10-year-old game. But I don't know. Just personally, I'm definitely, if we are going to continue to only get one raid a year, I would personally be very, very disappointed if our one raid for a year is a reprise raid. I would be like beyond disappointed, to be completely honest. I would think that that is incredibly fucking lame. If, you know, we got like a Wrath and then like an epic version of a different raid, like we got like a Wrath of the Machine and like Epic Last Wish or something 3 months later, I would feel a little better. But I would still, especially after Desert Perpetual being my favorite all-around raid of all time, including every experience and every aspect of Desert Perpetual, I would be really disappointed if we went from that to, well, here's an old raid back, you know. But if there's a way they can fit in Wrath Extra somewhere in there, like if instead of Pantheon 2 we got Wrath of the Machine or whatever, like obviously I don't think those are equivalent amounts of work, but let's just use it as a hypothetical, then I'd be alright. I would feel much better about that. I would love if we got another non-looter shooter game in the Destiny universe rather than just in Destiny 3 that plays like Destiny 1 and 2. I think that would have to be an entirely different project, not the only other thing they're working on. Similar to like Tales of the Borderlands or something. Like, I don't mind there being spin-offs and other types of media existing in this IP. I would actually love it, but it can't come at the cost of, it can't be the replacement. Yo, Ritzy, hey Scarrow, and chat, wishing you all a happy new year and a wonderful celebration. Yo, thank you for hopping in. I hope you're having a great day. If we do any sort of nostalgia thing, then I would like to see a contest raid weekends for past raids just to add some cool endgame events throughout the year. That'd be kind of cool. Revamp Last Wish and such. Yeah, I remain adamant that epic versions of older raids would be sick. An epic Last Wish where it ends the curse. Or, you know, fucking epic Garden of Salvation where we get like a darkness artifact or something. Epic Root of Nightmares, like it would be a great, like, oh my god, an epic Root of Nightmares to kind of change the narrative about that raid would go so hard. Add an extra encounter, beef up everything. That would just be awesome. Like a Nezarec Reborn encounter or something. Oh my god. Reborn again. I guess technically Nezarec in the Root of Nightmares is Nezarec Reborn. But I'm now feeling the 100k channel point void from not believing the Cyan Crystal drop. Oh no. Epic Ron, and now requires 2 people. Epic Root of Nightmares upgraded from a strike to a raid like Crota, going from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2. Not like that. Don't use that as an example. Because I don't think that Crota Destiny 2 is much better. It's, there are aspects of it that are fun, but fuck me, dude. The chalice mechanic makes me want to, like, cheese grate my nipples. It's so slow. Epic Garden with the Dread. See, now that's a fucking cooked idea. That's good. I like that. Some clever shit going on here. It's just a shame there's absolutely no reason to run Epic TP. You know, just vibing out, having a good time with the friends. This is like so much slower of an armor farm than I was under the impression of. I'm honestly fine if they just completely scrap some of the stuff they're making returning if we go back to 2 raids a year. I'll gladly trade in all the solo ops, Ash and Iron, and expeditions for any raid. Yeah, I agree. I think the problem is those are not, like, the solo ops are made by the team that makes, like, Lost Sectors and Strikes. The raid team is its own thing, right? And they keep it, like, purposely enclosed and small. I don't think they're necessarily in favor of just expanding the shit out of it. The other thing is, like, solo ops and stuff they don't need their own armor set, they don't need their own loots, but raids do. And so, you know, it's not it's like more, it's more than that, right? So I see what you're saying, but it's not like they can just take like the seasonal team that works on the mini updates and be like, all right, go fuck off to the raid team, because I think that's an entirely different set of skills. An epic raid that combines Crota and King's Fall like originally planned would be awesome. Yeah, that'd be sick. Sacrifice the portal system for 2 raids. Yeah, once again, not really how it works. The portal system is mostly a UI thing. Raids, I mean, how many UI things go into rad? Like, I'm sure some, but that's not really, it's not really the thing. You guys got to keep in mind, like let's use an example I can actually talk more intelligently about, like chemistry, right? Like, I'm a materials chemist, I'm a polymer chemist. So if they need help on fucking analytical or biomedical, they can't just take me and shove me over to other projects. It doesn't really work like that. Like, you have your areas of expertise, and sure, it's good to learn other skills and grow into other areas, but you can't just be thrown into like the leading developmental team in the world on something that you're not familiar with, right? Like, if they were ever like, I make polymers small scale in a lab, like in a round bottom. If my bosses were ever like, hey, we need you to go fix some of the lines in production, and like, you're on the team responsible for making sure that we're making 1 billion pounds of this shit a year, I'm not helpful. I have no fucking idea. Joe, what the fuck? If you had to build a nuclear bomb, could you do it? No. I know original nuclear bombs had a gun in them to start the chain reaction. But fuck, man, I'm not an engineer. I'm not a fucking physicist. I don't know how to enrich things. But I bet Oppenheimer couldn't make fucking... He probably could. I bet Oppenheimer doesn't know shit about fucking interfacial polymerizations, though. Destiny is salvageable, but Destiny 3/Destiny Classic is not the answer. I disagree. I think Destiny 3 is an answer. I think saying something is the answer is a little, especially with an outside view, is a little egotistical or a little naive. I think there are many answers. Destiny 3 is definitely the one I consider to be the strongest. I think Destiny Classic is the most wasteful thing they could ever do, though. I think that is such a nostalgic copium thing that would die in 2 weeks. The portal is UI and an engineering nightmare. I bet the way the game loads different environments is absolute hell on the back end, and they only got working when Pantheon re-released. Oh, like loading into things like that? Maybe. I don't know. People do fireworks for your New Year's, lab? I don't think that's super common around me. That's not... Happy New Year, Dragon. How you doing? I mean, if they made a 2 out of 10 raid with 1 exotic, it still clears every solo op they've made. That is true. I'll give you that. Where the fuck did it spawn me? What the hell? I don't know if the rad team also does exotic missions. I highly doubt it. Hey, honestly, I would put money on that the team that does story missions does exotic missions, especially recently. The last 12 exotic missions we've gotten feel identical to legendary campaigns. I don't think we've really had it, well, except for with the sole exception of Dual Destiny, which is goated on the sticks. Fucking Dual Destiny is so rock solid. Other than Dual Destiny, what was the last interesting exotic mission we got? Whetstone, not that bad. That was the experience of Whetstone was nice. had some pressure. Not the craziest thing in the world, but definitely above what we've been getting. Avalon? I'd say since 0 hour. Oh god, I'm having to remember all the fucking exotic missions right now. Avalon, Whetstone, Dual Destiny, Seraph Shield, Presage. Everything other than those, off the top of my head, are literally just heroic. Or legendary, heroic, what the fuck? Legendary campaign missions. Avalon was neat, but should have been a proper timer. Avalon should have just been a fucking dungeon, bro. I will die on this hill. Avalon is an armor set and a couple of weapons away from being a goated dungeon. Try to forget Starcross. Yeah, so like stuff like Starcross Echoes, Encore, Kel's Fall, the Harbinger mission, the Other Side mission, Vox Obscura. Those are literally just campaign missions. They are not interesting. They're largely not that good. Derealize I would put up there. I'm gonna be honest, I like Fire and Ice, but I also don't really think, like, I know people really like Fire and Ice. I don't really understand why people like it as much as they do. And this is very rare for me to be on the other side of this. But, I'm not trying to hate on Fire and Ice, but it's definitely not Whisper or 0 hour or Dual Destiny tier. And people were kind of glazing that shit up like it was the greatest exotic mission we've ever gotten. It definitely felt like a campaign mission. A little tougher than a campaign mission to me. Whetstone had the discovery element that most exotic missions are missing. Yeah, it was very short, but yeah, that putting together, finding all the exotic fish. It's really unfortunate that the exotic for it was so bad. Whisper is absolutely carried by how it was found and when it came out. That's really important, Chipmunk. Because when it came out, the game was difficult, but it wasn't that difficult. Whisper put you in your fucking place, dude. That shit was no joking matter. We hadn't had a lot of extended, crazy, complex jump puzzles at the time. It was a huge community moment. Like, I really appreciate Whisper for what it was. The more I think about it, Deep was a goated season that came out at a weird time. Dude, I remain so adamant that Lightfall, the year of Lightfall, was the best year of seasons, including, people are not going to like this, but including the Activision year, dude. And I'm sorry, the only thing, the one thing that makes the Activision year stand out above in any potential way are the raids. But from a seasonal content perspective, the Lightfall seasons, the combination of Deep, Witch, and Wish were so fucking goated, dude. I like Prestige, but in retrospect, it was before Legendary campaigns, so it was kind of a teaser of what was to come. I remember Day 1 Renegades telling my friends that Fire and Ice just felt like they remade Whisper without the good parts. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know, people really like that mission. I'm not here to, like, I don't want to sit here and, like, tell people something they like is bad, especially in Destiny, because it's rare that people like things. So it's like, good. I'm glad so many of you guys like Fire and Ice. Keep that energy. That's good. I just don't really get it. I'm a bit flummoxed by the whole thing. But you know what? I would rather not feel great about something. Like, it's not like I hate it. It's fine. I would rather think something is fine and everyone else will love it than me love it and everyone else think it's fine. And Into the Light. Generational run. I think 0 hours is the best secret mission compared to Whisper. I think Dual Destiny is on an entirely different tier, man. I just, maybe the way of finding it could have been a bit better. Like, we knew it existed because of we knew the class items were coming at some point. So like, if we didn't know that, maybe it would be on the same tier as Whisper in terms of discoverability. But I just think Dual Destiny is such a good mission, very replayable, very farmable, a reason to replay. Excuse me, a reason to replay it that isn't, hey, run this once every week for a catalyst or an exotic ship or something. And then that, you know, the PvP bit at the end, the betrayal stuff, just cherry on top. I think Dual Destiny, it is so crazy to me that we live in a world that Reddit glazes Fire and Ice but shits on Dual Destiny. And that's just something I will never understand. I think Season of the Deep into the final shape was genuinely the best area of the game content-wise. Yeah, I'm on that vibe. I agree. Yeah, Into the Light was so fucking perfect for the most part, man. I just want another fully secret exotic mission with no marketing for it or the exotic end. Last time was the other side if you think about it. Yeah, I'm tempted to put, I think Derealize got close. We knew that exotic was coming. The bait and switch of dropping it like second week or whatever was really good. While I'm not a huge fan of Derealize itself, the process of getting the Barodyad was, I really enjoyed that. Like, the quest just dropping out of nowhere from the Nether, and then every act us getting, like, more and more secret upgrades for it and catalysts and stuff through the Nether. Like, I really, really, really respect how they took a risk with that and made you really grind for it. Whetstone didn't have any marketing? No. I think we knew it was coming because of, I think something was data mined about the fish. We knew there was a mission somewhere. Like, I remember people theorizing that that door was something and that you needed all the fish to do it. Like, people were ready for that shit. What's he gonna do with all that heavy ammo? I don't know. Start a heavy ammo synthesis? I could dehydrate the heavy ammo. And I could sell it as, like, MREs. For Guardians going to different planets. What do you think about that? Barodyad quest was very reminiscent of the Touch Malice quest. Yeah, that's a good point. Can you please say my hammer? Like Salty Grapple every time you miss a hammer? No. No. That's alright. Doing fully secret exotic missions seems so impossible where we're in an era where entire dungeons get their entire zones a week days before release. Well, I think people forget, like, both 0 Hour and Whisper were data mined. Like, the exotics at least. The Whisper Catalyst was in the game. Like, we knew that it was coming back at some point. And the same thing with even, I would say, more so for Outbreak. I think people kind of forget that, or maybe don't know that, but that was the case. But yeah, man, like, the equilibrium, I almost call it duality. The equilibrium thing, very disheartening. But on the flip side, the Epic Desert Perpetual, not patching anything in until day of, doing a really good job hiding all the assets in the API, and then naming all the triumphs so people thought that nothing was changing, with Korrigo still being the final boss. That gave me a lot of hope. Literally the only slip up for Epic Desert Perpetual was that one art station post, I think, that showed the eyes on the outside of Apoptes. That was it. That's the only slip up they did that I know of. So that gives me a lot of hope. Unfortunately, Equilibrium kind of crushed that. I would say also how they handled Chestiny in a way. Like we you know, the emblem was known. The chess emblem was known, and some of the strings were data mined. People knew that we were doing something akin to chess. But like, as far as I'm aware, that space wasn't data mined, and like the actual, like all of that stuff stayed pretty secret. So for big secrets this year, they are like, you know, 3 for 4-ish. If you want to count Equilibrium, Epic Desert Perpetual. I guess you have to count normal Desert Perpetual, which... Was that data mined? I don't even remember if Koragos's model was data mined. And then Chestiny and Barodiad stuff. You count those all as separate things. Equilibrium being the only sore spot this year is kind of nice. Unless Koragos was data mined, but I genuinely don't remember. Problem with D-Realize, we knew both it and the Barodiad was coming. We just didn't know when. But the way that it had worked for the other episodes is it was at the beginning of Act 3, right? Act 2 or Act 3? I think Act 3. And so it dropping out of nowhere and then having, you know, the lengthy quest. Like, I think you have to give them credit for that. A very clever way to switch up the normal recipe, which I think is, I don't know. I think they deserve credit for that one. Pushing it a little bit. There were strings that came out day of, if I recall correctly, but nothing other than that. Okay, sick. So, like, really, then, they're 4 out of 5 this year for big end game secret things not being data mined. Equilibrium, big fuck up. And hopefully they work to amend that going forward. But all things considered, they did a pretty good job. Which I think is pretty sick. So yeah, I agree though. I would really like them. I think they market too much. I definitely agree with that. And it's unfortunate now because we know, even now, like we know that Shadow and Order has an exotic mission. So that's unfortunate. I hope they don't tell us fuck all about it. They likely will, because what else is there to market about the mid-season updates, you know? Didn't Nez's model get leaked before Ron? Yeah, like, for Ron, it touches a bunch of stuff leaked. For Vow, you could glitch into the space in game. For Crota, Crota was the same as Equilibrium. You could pull up the entire models in Blender of the entire but Crota 2.0. So armor Mimic. I haven't played on Titan this year, so I'm getting up to speed with 3.0 armor. It's kind of crazy. I've yet to get a class item or boots, by the way. In fact, this farm kind of sucks. I'm not feeling too impressed right now. Maybe we do just go do portal stuff in the first few runs below. DP is their greatest raid, better than Last Wish in my opinion, barely, but is the peak of the game. I think the all-around experience of Desert Perpetual is definitely better, including like the narrative, Desert Perpetual and the epic, Desert Perpetual, you know, the combination of the loot. you know, just like that sort of stuff. Like I think Epic Desert Perpetual made me feel things I haven't felt about Destiny in a long time, and I think that's really sick. All right, we're just gonna go run some Vanguard alerts. This clearly isn't working very well. I'm just gonna print some shitty worm. I probably have shitty worm gods. I do not have shitty worm gods. I'm just gonna print shitty worm gods and use those for now. And send it. But I mean, Vanguard alerts are pretty fucking easy, so I'm not too bothered. Yeah. The mid-season thing is set for March. I think there's an in-game... Yeah, the artifact should say when it is. In 61 days. Almost 2 months from now. So beginning of March. What you farming for? I'm just getting my Titan set up. I have not touched my Titan since Sunder Doctrine, Solo Flawless. Long time ago. So I'm kind of wish there was a way to turn this off. And just so I can see which ones are just for this exotic. Can't wait to see what the bosses are in Pantheon. I just want to like let's just take a second. Let's just take a second and
shooting at them at gaping wells all over Nessus. Captain, I've had a bad day.
It happens to the best of us.
wait, what in the fuck is happening?
Saint Unit.
Why am I in this cave? What is happening? Wait, what? Since when do you start in a cave? The fuck were we talking about? Oh yes, we are not 100% sure we are getting a Pantheon. Yo, Lance, what's up? We know we are getting an end game activity event of some type in the vein of Pantheon or Rights of the Nine. There is a world where we get another Rights of the Nine style event that does not include Pantheon. So, just hold your horses a little bit. I would say don't get your hopes too up. I also hope we get a Pantheon, but it is not a done deal. Solo Ops Pantheon, true. Have you not played the updated Strike? I don't know if I've played the updated Strike. I guess I'll tell you. Maybe once or something? I don't remember that cave though. Oh my god.
Stay close. I'll have those barriers down soon.
In retrospect, the way they hit 0 hour is kind of funny. Besides the Drifter having one line about a heist on the tower, nothing leaked, and then the day it got added, the catalyst was unhidden before the rest. I definitely miss that feeling of like, I think Chestney, once again, did this for me. Like, the feeling of logging on and being like, oh shit, there might be like shit to do. There might be some cool shit going on right now. Marathon ARG hit that for me. Chestney hit that for me. I would love for them to continue doing that. I think that like mystery and I've talked about this before, and it always is a very controversial take. I want them to start dropping shit on not Tuesday. I don't give a fuck what day of the week it is, as long as it's not Tuesday. I want to fucking wake up on a random Saturday and be like, oh shit, there might be fucking something in Destiny new right now. A secret or a puzzle. Lock in. The predictable nature of that sort of stuff only being available on Tuesday is something I find very frustrating. I hope Marathon's weekly reset is not Tuesday. Yeah, like I haven't asked them about that, and I think that's a really interesting question. I wonder if they've even decided yet. But that's something I'm also very interested in, and I also hope they don't pick Tuesday. I kind of doubt they do, but... Wasn't Whisper found on like a Friday? I can tell you exactly what day of the week it was.
Probably best to keep arc energy away.
Maybe I can't tell you exactly what day it was. I thought if I just searched on my channel secret mission on IO. But God, I've been doing YouTube for way too fucking long. What day of the week did Whisper come out? I really wish Corridors of Time had a better reward. Batching left such a bad taste in so many people's mouth. Dude, the reward was the friends we made, like unironically, the friends we made along the way. But yeah, that's one thing I think they did a lot better in Destiny. I think the rewards were much cooler in Destiny, personally. The cutscene, all the cosmetics were really good. It was a Friday? Interesting. I wonder if it was supposed to drop on a Friday, or we just didn't find out until Friday. But yeah, dude, like, what's the last time a big event in Destiny that wasn't a raid or a dungeon dropped on not a Tuesday? That shit just doesn't happen. The Almighty event was on a Saturday. I think it was on a weekend. Might have been a Sunday. Bro, what's this fucker got? Oh my god. You could only do Whisper during the weekend when it first came out, if I recall correctly. What? Really? When was the chessboard found? That was a Tuesday. It definitely wasn't a Friday, because I stayed up all night and I had to go to work the next day. Yo, not Scyther! Oh my god, I'm getting farmed! Thank you for the Prime. Thank you for the 8 months, my friend. How are you doing? God, I should have made that a short. When everyone... What the fuck is this guy doing? Plate. Plum Plate. This is a fucking Destiny Rising bot name, dude. Plum Plate 997944. If you're facing that person in shifting gates, they're a fucking bot. But when we got done with Destiny, I was like, oh, I gotta go to work tomorrow. And someone was like, when do you have to wake up? And I was like, 30 minutes. Or maybe I was like 30 minutes ago. Something like that. Goated clip. Plum Plate the ultimate LARPer? True. Hoon, how you doing? Hoon, send me your Titan build. Anyways, it's 2026 for me. Oh, Happy New Year. So 2026 Marathon Takeover. Hashtag let's fucking go. Agreed. Big and real. But I also, like, don't get me wrong, I want Destiny to have a very good 2026. Which one do you want? Send me all the ones you consider meta right now. I need to catch up. I want Marathon to have a good year. I want Destiny to have a good year. I just want to have a good year. Yo! Destiny has bots now. Destiny Rising has bots. In a lot of their activities. Not all activities, but in a lot of activities you can get bots in Destiny Rising. Yeah, I remember the Whisperer mission having drama about you only being able to do it during the weekend and every 2-ish hours. I genuinely don't remember that. But I also like I think, man, stuff like that, like I think some of that added friction for some of those early events is genuinely a good thing. Do I shoot this? Like, I know it can seem very frustrating to have to wait for the public event or wait for the weekend or whatever, but I really think that adds to sort of the differentiation between events, helps space it out, give it its own room to breathe a little bit. And you know, when they start making these things always accessible right off the bat and not difficult to complete, you remove all the friction. I think that really ends up being a negative overall for a lot of these activities. So I don't mind that it was only available for a short amount of time. I don't remember that at all, but yo, Coops, what's up? Some friction is good. Yeah, I think that's one thing that I would say a lot of Destiny is, or well, they're doing a little better about this year, I would say. Post Final Shape, I think they've been doing a lot better. But I think, like, beyond the lights to Lightfall, I think Bungie was really bad about not having enough friction in a lot of activities. And I think, you know, for Reddit, that's a really good thing. But I think genuinely overall that ends up hurting the experience. I remember when Shadow Throne was only available once every 3 weeks. Yeah, exactly like that. Exactly like that. Like, that can seem really unfortunate, but it makes it an event every time it does show up, right? It makes it like a community moment. I think there are times in the game where stuff like that is genuinely good. Yo, the Lunar! Hey, Scarrow. Hope you have a podtastic New Year. Take care. Yo, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I think the problem was it both being on the weekend and every few hours definitely should have been one or the other. Yeah, I agree with that. I can give you that. Street Shadow, how are you doing? Happy New Year and another great year of content. I can't wait for the absolute cinema that is Marathon next year. Love to see how the narrative has shifted on that game. Yes. It's so funny. Like I'm watching, you know, Marathon clips pop up in my YouTube shorts like all the time, of course. And I'll see people say like the dumbest shit about the game. Like, oh, Bungie changed this according to the feedback. But we all, like, people who have been paying attention know that was the plan the whole time for some aspects of that. I'm trying to think, there's an example. I saw a short today, and the guy just he listed like 3 things. And I was like, all of those were planned. Like, what? Like, I talked about them before the alpha came out. I made videos about them. Like, 2026 new buzzword, friction. Oh, who else has been saying friction? Who's stealing my word? But yeah, once again, like, I'm excited. I think 2026 is going to be a very fun year. I hope Marathon has its time to shine. I hope Destiny gets some banger content. I hope Shattered Realm, or Shattered Realm, fuck me. God, do you remember Shattered Realm? That shit was sick. I hope Shattered Cycle is closer to Renegades, or surpasses Renegades, compared to, is this guy just AFK? Dude, Plum Plate's he's not getting accommodations. Then Edge of Fate, and I'm excited to see where it goes, man. I don't want Marathon to have the entire spotlight next year is what I'm saying. I hope next year shows people that both can coexist and thrive. And, you know, it's kind of up to Bungie to make that a reality. You're the trendsetter? Let's fucking go. Plum Plate heard me fucking threaten his accommodation score, and he locked the fuck in, dude.
Generator with arc charges, I think.
I genuinely don't know if I've done this version of this strike. It's just crazy to me. There's people that will play this and be like, nah, every battleground is worse than every strike. Are you sure about that? They've tried to redo this one 4 fucking times and it's still bad.
I hope these elixir do not linger.
I've got enough problems without adding
Oh,
them to the
goaded.
mix.
Okay. Oh my god.
Sorry,
Yes.
A lot of unwelcome attention landed on your doorstep.
Never trust shorts. I made a joke short about how to get a ray gun in Destiny 2. It's been getting about 1,000 views per hour post Renegades. Oh no. Forcer, what have you done? Oh no. I want to do Renegade. How do I get to the fucking normal portal? I hope Shatter Cycle has mad horror vibes if we are indeed going to Chicago. I hope so too. I hope so too. It's also as if changing something due to feedback is a bad thing. Yeah, exactly. People are so fucking weird, dude. I also wholeheartedly believe that Bungie can learn a lot about PvP-focused gameplay from us playing Marathon and update Destiny 2 PvP to be up there. Maybe. I don't know. I don't necessarily want Destiny to have Marathon-style PvP experiences. Maybe rewards, but I want those two experiences to have their own identities. Is Pharaoh the best PvE armor set now? Pharaoh mixed with Smoke Jumper is really good. Ray Gun Crystal Farm. That'd be kind of sick. I'd take a Zombies collab, though. I know people wouldn't like it, but imagine a Horde mode in Destiny where you can get the Ray Gun exotic. Oh my god.
Taken and loosened Hive are fighting to take this pass. We cannot allow them to gain a foothold in this area. Take them out.
I think I'm gonna skip this. I mean, that's by far the longest strike. I already got Nolan North. True. I always insta-skip liminality, dude. Talking about, you know, parts of Destiny that have taken too many dev resources. I mean, dude, liminality might be a top 5 wasted dev time in Destiny history. I don't know, man. I definitely was a strike hater. Call me a strike skeptic pre-final shape, but liminality showed me how justified I was. Or I am.
The Fallen will continue to
The
claw
Fallen.
the walls of our city unless we strike them down.
Now that Bungie's rep is low, we might see a Warframe collab for some
In the shadow of an
reputation.
old
No,
colony
I don't think
ship,
so
we've
at all.
located the House of Devils
I don't think, A, I don't believe that's how that works, and B, if I'm Warframe, I'm not touching
We
Destiny.
must destroy this machine.
I want the rest of the world to think
and
Destiny is
send their
bad if I'm
souls
Warframe.
screaming back to hell.
You're not gonna help them you're not gonna help your competitors produce good content. Oh, Liminality was good. I'm glad you have that opinion. I'm still hoping Bungie would give Ace of Spades a new ornament, preferably the one that has paracausal light cracks around it, the one Cade has in final shape. That'd be kind of fun. Do we think Shatter Cycle reveal will have a teaser for the Alchemist?
Fallen
Yes,
and Hive.
at
Let's hope we
least,
can avoid the crossfire.
at least a key art. Probably a small key art. That's what I'm going with. Also, a Warframe and Destiny collab would be super weird as both games have different style, even down to design. I just don't think... The point of collabs are... Why did I just get a fucking Cactus reply? What the hell? On Twitter. The point of collabs are to, like, expand your genre and audience. It's not to... That's why, okay. It's the same reason, like, you know, when people, it's literally the exact same line of thinking of Marathon and making an extraction shooter a wildly different genre. You know, you have a lot of people that say like, oh, Destiny people aren't going to play Marathon, it's dead on arrival. But the whole point of launching a second product in a vastly different genre is to capture a new audience, to grow your customer base. It's not to like any major company that offers more than one product line. I guarantee you, because I go through this all the time in my company, you never want to risk a new product cannibalizing the customer base of existing products. That is incredibly counterintuitive to capitalism. You gotta, and so it's the same thing with Renegades, right? Renegades pick Star Wars because they are two very different IPs. They're similar enough where it's like if someone likes Star Wars and they see Star Wars and Destiny, they can be like, oh, maybe I do like this. You know, it might be akin enough to see some similarities. But if there was a Star Wars looter shooter, I guarantee this collab does not happen. Or at least like a relevant Star Wars looter shooter, because I'm sure there's something. But what is Flash saying in game chat? That's a good question. You might just be breathing into it. Yo, Theo! How you doing? Happy New Year's, chat. Mod Scaro, happy 2026. Yo, I hope you're enjoying your new year if you're already in the new year. And, you know, I hope you had a good 2025. It's always nice seeing you around.
I'm close. But just so you know,
Alchemist teaser, Ido holding a bottle of alcohol. Dude, fucking just, Okay, so imagine this. Mithrax, here's your Alchemist setup, right? Mithrax, chilling in a chair, drinking a bottle. You notice there's some red on it, just some blood on it, and you notice there's tentacles all around him, right? Lord of Every Nothing tentacles all around him. And he's just sipping from a bottle that's dripping red. And then it pans over to Aramis, bludgeoned to death with fallen alcohol bottle. Cut to black, The Alchemist, December 2026. What do we think? What do we think? I think that's pretty peak. Nothing would get me more excited for DLC than Aramis dying. No, no, not Ido. Did I say Ido? I meant Aramis.
Just on the other side of...
No, I did say Aramis. I did say Aramis, no? Aramis went back to Reese, not happening. She came back. Space magic. Space magic. And it's like, you thought Mithrax got better, but his Nezi poisoning made him susceptible to the Lord of Every Nothing, who has now poisoned his brain and made him kill Aramis. Baller. Aramis should be the next witness. No, she should fucking not, bro. What if instead of drinking the alcohol, Mithrax just throws the empty bottle to Aramis's dead body? I'll take that. I'm holding out to see what Destiny does with Shivu. I think that's actually, that's such an interesting thing. Because, like, dude, I know this is such a not popular opinion, but honestly, if at this point, like, we're in Saga 2, I'm like kind of just over Saga 1 holdovers for a lot of it. if they just like never brought back Shivu, I personally wouldn't really be that disappointed. I know a lot of people would be very disappointed. Let's say if we took an extended, if we didn't see Shivu for like 5 years, let's say, I would feel fine with that.
This is the
Personally,
Devil's
I
Lair.
know people don't want that, but I think Saga 3, us going around to different planets and going to Tora Bottle and going to Reese and going to Fundaments, I think that could be really interesting. And you know, Saga 3 is what's outside of our solar system. I think that could be pretty fun. That's happening with Destiny 2, too much work / ambition. I wouldn't really necessarily count that out. I don't know, once again, I still think a lot of people count Destiny 3 as a sure thing, and I am less than convinced, personally. Bro, where's my hammer? Going to Tor Bottle with Kaido would be my #1 thing to do. Yeah, I think that'd be sick. I think these planets have too much lore. Even if they've been destroyed, I think they have too much lore to never explore them. But Dusty Bolton said it, so it has to be true. Fuck, you're right. I don't think Destiny 3 is for sure, but if it happens, then launching Saga 3 with it would make the most sense. I totally agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Which begs the question, how long is Saga 2? Yo, Mo, how are you doing?
Well done.
Alchemist plotline. Guardians drank way too much Jack and Daniels gets alcohol poisoning.
With its destruction, the fallen devils will rule.
Yes.
But we must stay vigilant. The fallen are crafty, and they'll find ways to survive. They always
Can we get fewer drops, please? Too many drops. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what to keep. I still don't have a tier 5 mark. What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, my Guardian rank. They would have to create brand new assets for new planets, so I personally don't think that will happen. I mean, they create new assets literally all the time at Prender. Like, all of the... I mean, as recently... Well, like, literally, there's so much new stuff in Renegades. But if we want to talk about, like, super original stuff, just think about all the Lord of Nothing stuff from Heresy. You know, all of the environmental stuff for a lot of the dungeons. You know, it's not... I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like they don't create new... All this stuff for Final Shape, like, they create a bunch of new stuff. $2025 was terrible raid for players? What?
Guardian, we've received intel that Bracus Zahn is supplying weapons to the Shadow Legion.
Can we get some actually good Bungie news accounts that know what they're doing in 2026?
But I miscalculated the strength of this operation.
You miscalculated?
Yes. Do you have
Let's make
further
Destiny
questions?
let's make 2026 the Destiny comeback year. I mean, I think hopefully Renegades was the start. I'm hoping Renegades was like the war mind of Saga 2.
Zahn has done
What came after
some
Warmind? Forsaken.
decorating. Although I don't think I can call this an upgrade in terms of taste.
I'm not convinced we'll get a
Perhaps
Forsaken,
the
but I think we could
cannons
get
could be of
something
use.
innovative and very enthralling in the same type of vein. I'm gonna get 50 kills with this for the Guardian Ring Challenge real quick. Bruh. I think they're going to stick with the model they have right now, and the next expansion will also have destination abilities, because it's easier to do and develop things that will work for the rest of the game. In the recent interviews, they seemed to suggest that they're interested, instead of destination abilities, in exploring potentially things like new aspects and stuff.
But he's
I think that was a
returned
Tyson Green interview,
It is not unlikely this new Zahn
potentially, if I'm
successor
remembering
who has
correctly,
taken
but
up the
chat might
mantle.
remember
He must be stopped.
better. But it seemed like the destination ability thing was really a goal for this year, and they seemed pretty happy with how it turned out. Not necessarily the Kepler ones, but I think the Renegade abilities were fucking awesome. And now they don't have to worry about power creep in the same way, because they really only are relevant in some of those activities, but in a good way. Like, I think those were done very well. But they've definitely been talking like they're interested in moving at least a little bit back into player ability fantasy, which is good. This year's been generally one of the most innovative years for the game ever, for better and for worse. And if anything gives me hope of that Bungie actually wants to try to push if anything, it gives me hope that Bungie wants to try to push the game in a good direction. I mean, they clearly care. I still, like, find myself surprised a lot when they make little changes to things.
Thank you,
Like,
Guardian.
I think a really good example is the partial reload on the LMGs. That just happened to, like, pop in my head right there. But there's so many of these small changes that they're making that is like, if they don't have to make this game's fucking 10 years old. They don't have to make these changes, but they are consistently making these small quality of life changes, and putting effort into, like, they clearly care about having a very polished and innovative experience moving forward. And I don't know if they get enough credit for that, man. Like, I really, I think there's been some misses, but I don't think anything that they've missed has been because of a lack of care or, like, work ethic or anything. Like, I think sometimes, like, in hindsight, it's kind of easier to say one thing or another, like, oh, this clearly wouldn't work. But if the portal would have worked as intended, that would have been crazy monumental for the game, and it would have given them a lot more freedom to then work on, like, new stuff, because then the core game is sustained in a large way by old stuff, right? And so that's, they're trying to fix that and make it work in some way, but this is all taking more effort because they have to fix everything. But I think there are genuinely good motivations behind everything. It's just unfortunate that people don't always see it that way. It would have been so easy for them to continue the formulaic release model they've been doing for the last several years, but I think that also would have been worse for the game in the long term. Yeah, that would have been worse in the long term than anything that happened at Edge of Fate. Completely agree. I do hope Bungie gets rid of the don't over-deliver mentality this year. I think I don't really have much reason to believe that they were operating under that. Like the small stuff that I was just saying, like, they're not crazy game-changing things, but there were a lot of examples this year, personally, that I think don't adhere to the don't over-deliver mindset. Chestiny. The return of all of those over the last couple of years. Secrets at all. ARGs at all. Coming back. Those are, like, by definition, over-delivery. They're for a very small group of people. And sure, it generates some hype around the game, but how many people are fucking coming back to the game because of Chestiny? Like, I'm not sure what their return they see on that is. I think, personally, that falls squarely in the over-delivery bucket. And then, I think Epic Desert Perpetual is probably the most over-delivery thing they have ever done in the existence of the fucking company. 10 people played that fucking raid. You know what I mean? But it's sick. Super sick. Also, yeah, once again, Cole, obviously not exactly what was meant by that quote. But even if taken out of context, even with the missteps this year, things were not bad this year because of a lack of work or trying to innovate. Just everything they did, like only some stuff they did hit, right? But that's not an over delivery thing. I hope they continue down this line of thinking, personally, and continue to push themselves and innovate on the game and make more very unique experiences. That's where I am. Continue to listen to feedback and iterate as they have been, that sort of stuff. So, I'm excited to see where it goes. But this year definitely doesn't give me the mindset of like, there have definitely been years in the past. I think the first two episodes, Episode Echoes and Episode Revenant, I was definitely kind of feeling the like, oh, these feel kind of phoned in. That changed with Heresy. And while I didn't like Edge of Fate, I don't think it's fair to say any of that was phoned in. Personally. Oh, my wife is calling me. Just my opinion. Why, hello. I am. Oh, there are? How many? In our yard? Like front yard? Have you pulled in? My office side or the other side? Ah, okay. That's cute. Yeah, fair enough. Bye. We have deer in our yard, and she's very excited about that. Also, it will be interesting how Bungie handles two live service games at the same time. This is one thing that I'm very curious about. How they balance... Because, like, for instance, Marathon and Shadow and Order are both slated for March right now. How does that work out? How does Bungie handle the juggling of the marketing there? That sort of thing. Very curious. 2, we have no comments internally or externally about this. But I think it's pretty likely a lot of people got pulled over to Marathon when it got delayed. That's just like something that corporations do. It's happened to me. It's happened to people I know. Like, if there's a higher priority project at a company, you see if you can use assets that are working elsewhere. So if a lot of people got moved to temporarily work on Marathon over the last 6 months or a year, what does that look like when they come back to Destiny? Holy shit. You scared the shit out of me. It sounds like you scared Kitty too. Why are you mad? Oh, she just hit her head. She turned and she hit her head on my monitor. You lay there all the time. How do you not know where that is? Okay. I was having a very important discussion. Chat. Oh, bye. Love you. And so, like, what does that look like when all of those people, if they come back to, because surely, like, Marathon, the type of game it is not going to require as many people to sustain it as it does to make it. I think that's probably true for a lot of games. Marathon, the style of game, yeah, they're making future content. Hopefully that's still the plan, and they're gonna work on future maps probably, and future runners and future guns and stuff. But the bulk of the work is in the front and like getting the game launched. So what does it look like when those people come back to Destiny or get pivoted over to Destiny? I'm very curious about that. And how many people is that? Is that 50 people? Is that 100 people? Is that 200 people? Is it 10? Like, we don't know that it, I guess it necessarily it even has happened. But that's something that could be exciting for Destiny as well. We could have an influx of developers at some point, which can only be really a good thing, I would say.
Head off the proverbial Hydra.
Hydra have but one head, Devrim.
Let the deer play the game.
Vex Hydra do. There's an old Earth mythological creature that.
Dude, I'm just keeping like every fucking red
You would do well to leave your hindsight
masterwork
to better
weapon I'm getting,
understand
and I'm
our
just gonna
enemies.
I'm gonna have to have a huge vault purge stream at some point. People say so much shit about the over delivery line while simultaneously proving the point true so often. Yeah, it's just not even worth pointing that out a lot of the times, Axis. Tower Thought, they tried to stop the ability spam meta in Lightfall's era nerfs and people hated it, so it's been all aboard the power creep train since. Even before then, dude, the go slow update in Curse of Osiris did the same thing. And then they did the same thing in Shadowkeep a little bit. And then yeah. So I don't know how you fix it. I don't know how you fix it. I no longer play Destiny 2. I'm waiting for Marathon with hype, but I hope Marathon release will lessen Destiny 2's over monetization, because I can understand that the size of Destiny, Bungie was not sustainable by Destiny 2 alone. When did you stop playing Destiny 2, Aperture Head? Because they have stopped a lot of what I would consider over monetization of Destiny stopped with the release of Edge of Fate. They don't do dungeon passes anymore. There's still a lot of Eververse stuff, I'll give you that. I don't necessarily think that's ever going to change. But I think they are doing sales for the game more often than I've ever seen before. Season passes are always available now. This year has definitely been one of the least monetized, at least as far as in my opinion goes, that I can think. Oh, event passes don't exist anymore. That's a really big one. They have. I think this year Bungie has become significantly more consumer friendly. In a very nice way.
Direct attacks into fortified positions.
I think that we're already seeing it kind of happen in the development process of Marathon, as some devs' animations from Destiny 2 were transferred, and the runner team leads say that they were cagey about removing Destiny 2. Oh yes, I saw Tocom's tweet about that. That's really interesting. That so for a lot of Marathon's development, they've been using Destiny 2 animations for the guns, and they went back and they reworked all of the stuff to give them unique animations, which I think is a good move. I think the fewer things that make Marathon look and feel like Destiny, the better. I think those two games need to be pretty uncoupled, especially since they're both on Tiger. I really, like, a lot of people look at the enemy animations, they're like, oh, that's just a Scion or whatever, and it's like, I understand them reusing some animations, because why put in extra work if you already, as Rick said in his infamous rant, do you really want the devs to spend time redesigning barrels, or do you want them to work on shit that matters? And I think that's true to a sense, but I think Marathon does need to have its own identity. And things like animation and gun feel go a long way. By the way, Legacy Collection is on sale for $16 at the moment. Wow, that's really fucking sick. I don't know, I've only spent my $15 on silver my entire time playing the game, and I feel like I have more than enough fashion options to work. That's kind of where I am, but also, like, I'm also at the point where Bungie has sent me hundreds of dollars of silver, and I just do not spend it. And so I could buy stuff. I can't even make that a short because I was talking about Bungie sending me silver, and I know people will roast me for that. So you are paid by Bungie? I wouldn't necessarily call silver a form of pay, unless I can go to fucking Taco Bell and spend silver. I mean, it's clearly it's an asset worth something, but I don't really use it. It's kind of, I would say, when they send me DLCs that or emblem codes, I think that is more valid as a form of payment for whatever.
Behold the ascendant plane. From here, we will
Bro,
circumvent
my
the very
character
walls of
right
the
now
moon,
has random fucking
striking
armor
from
on, Joe, and it
beyond
looks
the
better than any
threshold
character
of
you've ever
reality.
had.
I've always wanted
How does
to
that
see
make you
this
feel?
place. Looks a lot less posh than it sounds.
My favorite battleground is the one with the cosmodrome. The moon battleground is so good. What chat decide? Let's inspect Joe right now. See what Joe's got going on here. Bro, come on. You couldn't even get new clothes? Are you serious? This guy's wearing a freaking coat from the 1600s. This hat? Too small for his head. Look, it needs to be at least 20% bigger. Chat, all I have to do here... Okay, chat, all of that effort Joe put into that versus... One second, give me a second here. Let me fix my drip real quick. Versus... One second here. Give me one moment. Give me one moment here. Need a second. I can do better. I can do better. Probably, yeah. Where's the wishful? Oh, damn. You can buy all the silver you want, Joe. You can buy all the silver. You can become a Bungie creator, and they can send you all the silver that you want. But you will never have this helmet. Never have a Sunder Doctrine placement? That's not true. I'll buy an account that has a placement. Male model you lose automatically. Ah, dude, I've never understood the fascination with female characters in Destiny. You're Titan yeah, now I'll believe Hoon's drip is generally pretty good. Out of all my friends, I generally vibe with Hoon's drip the best. Yeah, see, like... That's pretty good. I would have picked a different shader personally, but I like the. It's just unique. Who's got a unique fashion choice? I like it. Okay, then I'll check out Labs too. What do we got going on here, Lab? Lab, you're not even on the fucking game. Kind of mocked you. No, Coops, you're supposed to be on my side. We have to rub it in people's faces. I think you have the ornaments too, right? Coops? We have the. When's the Scaro 9 fashion show? One time, Bungie gave me emblems to do an Assassin's Creed fashion show. I don't know if you guys remember that. That's pretty fun.
A large contingent of Taken are assembled ahead.
This guy can't check out my fashion because he keeps thinking he has me added, but his friends list is full. Yeah, that sounds like me.
A bit like keeping junkyard dogs. They're hostile, frightening, and they make a damn mess.
Actually, really, the best Titan helmet isn't even this one. I adore. This is my go-to Titan stuff. It's hard to do with arms, but the way these two work together is just so fucking sick, bro. Usually, I don't even use these boots. I usually use. It's been a while since I played Titan, so you gotta forgive me. What do I usually use? I'll know him when I see him. It's a pretty. Nope. Oh, that's what I normally did. I usually did this, and I usually did this. See, I think that looks so good. And then, where's the best mark? Which one is it? It's not this, not that. That was not bad. Hey, there's a mark I really like. It was the Curious one. Where's the Curious mark at? I'm not crazy. Oh, is it this one? I love this mark. That's actually something close to like what I would normally do. I think that's fucking sick, bro. The only time I'll ever buy silver is if they put the marathon armors to Eververse. Do we think that's an Eververse set or do we think that's a pre-order set? I was under the impression it was a pre-order set, but now that you say Eververse, I'm a full set Andy for the Trials of the Nine sets. Yeah. I always forget how this fucking trike works. Scare, what do you think is the god roll for Gizmo Weft? I don't think there is one. But if I were to keep one, it would be Bipod, I think Arsenal. Something like that. I don't have the full perk combinations off the top of my head, but if it's ever gonna be good, it'll be something like that. Bro. Get hammered, nerd. Gizmo Weft does seem like one of those things where one buff from Bungie, they take it too far, and then it's like the best thing in the fucking game. I saw a really funny clip on someone was hot swapping with the crossbow, and what was that dumb double shot GL from Nightfalls a while back? And they were just like, they were swapping back and forth. Pretty cool. Every time I see a Siva ornament, my heart sinks. Dude, they're not bringing it back.
This prison is filled with a miasma.
Ash and Iron has cemented in my mind that Siva will never be returning to this game, this franchise. Siva is done. They hate it. I was convinced Bungie hated Siva before. Literally nothing will. They could bring back Siva tomorrow, and I'd be like, no, you fucking hate Siva. Crossbow hot swap with Mobius will be. Yeah, that's what I saw. We might get Destiny, Wrath of the Machine and Destiny Rising. That would be funny as shit. If I'm Bungie, I'm straight up telling NetEase they can't do that. Golden Age tech, this Golden Age tech age from the, oh my god, holy fuck. I don't know how to read that sentence. Reclaim made me into a schizo, bro. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die. Please. Did you ever do the Oath of the Renegades meme thing? Oh my god, I didn't. Thank you very much for reminding me. I will make sure to do that tonight or tomorrow. I owe some people some emblem codes. I got really pissed off that we lost because Bungie stacked against us and I erased it from my mind. I totally forgot. They could bring back Wrath of the Machine, but make every enemy Cabal. I would punch my PC. Nah, dude. I'm telling you. Wrath of the Mixscreeb, bro. Such an easy W for them. Common Totality out, dude. Darcis Reformation. Fucking Pikers needed to cheat the win, actually. As much as I hate Darcis Reformation, Pikers are scummy, dude. You know how I know it was rigged? Because their top streamer was Fallout. Like, come on. I'm just kidding, buddy. I love you. I'm just kidding, man.
But to watch the pyramids approach,
dude, this thing does not want to give me.
I now know my mother.
I still don't have a tier 5 class.
I'm scared too. Even from down here, I could see the pyramid ships circle the traveler. The air was still. There was silence. Then there was noise. I don't know what the witness did to it. I do my best to focus on the good we can do on the ground. It's all we can do to bear through this.
You see how they updated the speedrun event for the I read a little bit. I didn't notice anything that was really that different. What did they do? The Crota emblem does look really good in Destiny Rising. It is fully animated. It looks great. We are doing that's on Saturday. We are doing the world's first race. We're doing it live. Is it loading me in? What's going on here? Oh, nice. Could get a class item from Zavala. I could. You're right, I could. I need to still... I just want to farm out a bunch of armor, and then I'll do my process of, like, figuring out what stats and stuff I want to use here in a little bit. That's probably a tomorrow Scaro problem. But right now, it's just like, hey, get re-familiar with Titan, farm out a bunch of armor so I have tools to work with, and then go from there. The main changes is now top 600 players rather than top 100 teams. That's a fantastic change. That's a really, really, really good change. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I like those types of events. And I really like that Bungie kind of copied it a little bit with Call to Arms. Like, you know, at least in premise, like I think that that sort of thing is exactly what the Destiny franchise needs. So I'm a big fan of that sort of skill expression. I think the hard part, though, for Destiny Rising Coops, are there even 600 people still playing? I say that as someone who does play quite a bit.
Commander Zavala, we agree to the right of proving.
But also my queue times are always fucking abysmal.
The challenge is met. Our blood flows together. May it lead to unity.
Probably spoiler for your marathon. Fuck me, holy shit. Marathon clips breakdown video stream, but I saw a Mida tool gun in one of the clips. Oh, did you? That's good to know. Yeah, at this point in time, I kind of forget what guns were in the alpha and which... I just kind of forget everything. Like what has been seen and what hasn't. It'd be interesting to see player counts in comparison to main Destiny 2. Me as well. It's obviously hard because there's the 3 servers, but I am constantly waiting for stuff. Dude, I mean, I'm waiting 5 minutes minimum for shifting gates. I can never find, like, I even struggled, like, I'm trying to get my master blitz stuff done, and it's taking me 5-10 minute queues for that constantly at peak times. Like, and still most of those lobbies are bots, like, for both of those. Also, LFGing for the Blitz guild to try to complete all 3 modifiers with no one dying is probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. People do not play that game to not die. Very frustrating.
My war machine purrs. She hungers for battle. Have you the same appetite? You fight well, Guardians. A shame you must pay the price for your commander's pride. Be reasonable, Guardians. While there is shame in surrender, I am merciful.
You all but demand.
You can just do that stuff if you find another body. Yeah, I might have to do that. That one, oh, there's another. Oh, the 5-minute calamity ops too. And now that it's changed to the pit, I don't know if I'm getting that done anytime soon. I'll probably have to wait for Fulminator again, but no, I'll get there. I'm getting pretty close to all guilds though. The new seasonal one doesn't seem so bad. I haven't really dug into the Crota one yet because Crota's not out yet. The last raid one was pretty easy. It was just a lot of clears. So. Rising is genuinely great, but I feel like it didn't have much pull outside the existing Destiny audience. That was the weird thing, right? Like, I feel like it wasn't marketed very well to, like, the gacha audience, which I find so surprising. I do wonder how long it keeps going, though. Five minutes achievement was broken for me. I did 3 runs below 430 and wasn't tracking. I hope they fixed it. Coops, do you have all the titles gilded? You've done the 5-minute Calamity Ops one? Have you turned in all your cookies? I got multiple sets of tier 5 of everything dropping in the portal, and I only burned through half my baking mats. Way more.
Our fight is with your champion. We need not slaughter every cabal.
I'm confused. What armor sets do gifts drop from cookies?
Will grow. They will learn.
Good. If our foes are capable of growth, let us be the cattle.
As someone who's thought that Rising has been pretty neat, I'd be surprised if NetEase keeps it going through the end of 2026. Really? Surely they give it like a year or 2, right? Like, they put so much money into it. Any portal gear? Can Pharaoh Potent drop from it? Oh shit. Yeah, there are like constantly triumphs changing or broken in that game. Both the seasonal guilds have required you first to get to like master in Calamity Ops, and then they've like changed both of them almost immediately. Well, actually not almost immediately. Pretty late in the season for both of them to be only expert. I'm curious if the new season is still only expert, or if they're doing master again. But they end up nerfing the shit out of a lot of those triumphs.
warriors are merciless, Commander. Are all light bearers so bloodthirsty?
My guardians do what they must. Today, they must be champions.
Bro. That guy whipped out the tub.
Hold strong, guardians. One final victory is all I ask.
20 Crota clear for the base seasonal seal is kind of nuts considering you could theoretically get the Crota title in one run.
Let the rite of proving commence.
That's actually so interesting. Is it 20 full clear? Like you have to do all 4 encounters 20 times or just 20 encounters? I wonder how... I'm wondering if they make them easier. Because like Monolith's Fall was good, but there were definitely aspects of it that you know would have been harder in mainline Destiny for sure. I know I'm almost thinking like there's certain aspects of Crota, not Crota himself, but there are certain aspects of Crota that I feel like might be kind of difficult with a base expectation of no communicate or limited communication. Very curious about all of that. Are Destiny 2 players actually playing Rising as their main game when Renegades and Lightsabers exist? Probably not, but I don't know. I'm sure some are, right? I wouldn't really call them Destiny 2 players, but I would say like I'm sure there are people that have put significant time in the Destiny franchise that are, especially over the, maybe not now, but over the last 6 months have been primarily playing Destiny Rising. I wouldn't be that surprised. I mean, it was a fresh new take on the universe with like, while it is a mobile game, there are still very innovative and interesting concepts that we haven't seen anything close to in regular Destiny, right? Crota on mobile just sounds horrendous, I can't lie. VOG would have made more sense, yeah. I'm kind of there too. I'm wondering, like, I don't know. Like, surely they changed some stuff.
I'm glad to hear it. You will find our talent for diplomacy matches our skill in combat.
Triumph's got a scoring system. You get +1 point for clearing what I assume is any encounter, additional point for your first clear, and another bonus point for flawless. Easy. Team flawless or you flawless? I do find it amusing that means Rising will have 2 Crota bridge encounters. That is true. You can get an idea for what it's like in the Triumph. Seems pretty similar to the Destiny 2 Crota. It seems like they changed Death Singers, right? Because there's a Triumph for everyone to kill a Death Singer. And it does say multiple Death Singers. I'm more inclined to play if it was on PS5, but it'd be counterproductive for Destiny 2, potentially cannibalism. I'm personally pretty convinced that the reason that there is not an official PC emulator is almost certainly because Bungie doesn't want it to compete with Destiny. Happy New Year from England, Scarrow. Hope your 2026 treats you well. Thank you very much, Plague. Appreciate you. I hope you're having a great 2026 so far. But I am excited, all things considered, I am excited that we get... We already have our next raid confirmed in Destiny Rising. We know we're getting one in March. So, even if mobile raids, you know, aren't as good, at least there's something. And I think that... Oh, fuck off with liminality, bro. I think that's kind of cool. I think I have like a billion resources. Like... Well, you can get portal gear from these? Wait a motherfucking second. So you're telling me if I just sit here and I just craft hundreds of Vala cookies. So if I just go here, oh, I don't even have my thing. But if I open, let's look at me. Oh, do these only give weapons? Is it just when you turn in? Dawning Memento. Is it just when I turn in cookies I have a chance to get it?
The light grows, Guardian. Beautiful.
That's not what I meant to do. I wish I could just be like, make all 83 of these that I can make. Remember when we had a macro for this? Those were the days. This is one thing in Destiny. Like, if we ever get a Destiny 3, please, for the love of God, put a slider on everything. There better not be a single purchasable item in the game that doesn't have a slider to make or buy. Almost done. Yeah, and a bulk dismantle. All of it. All of it. Focusing on the ghost seems to work about 50% with the cookies, so make sure you focus what you want. Oh. That is good to know. Okay. I think I am Gunner. Like me some Gunner stuff.
May the light preserve and protect you.
Okay. So I should get portal gear from this? I really only care about Ferropotent. Okay. Well, I got my first tier 5 mark. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Give me that armor. The drop rate doesn't seem to be great, but it's something. At least I'm getting like mostly Ferropotent though. That's sick. Wild Anthem again. Wild Anthem, but I got Ferropotent everything else. Let's fucking go. All right, that was good there. Now I can do Ikora. Oh my god. All right, lock in. Heads up, the gift and returns are weapons only. Yeah. I have noticed, but at least I will likely, I think I have all the shinies of everything I want, but at least I can make sure I get absolutely perfect shinies for all the weapons. And I don't have to keep multiple. That's kind of nice. Why do you want Pharaoh? Swordmaster, exhaust on hit with 2 PC gives you resist. I'm sorry, 4 PC. Basically have stronghold resist on demand, unless you're making a different build. Yeah, for a lot of endgame stuff, 2 Pharaoh, 2 Smoke Jumper. The best all-around resist. Macro that shit? Dude, I can't. That's illegal. I was looking at my Destiny heat map the other day. What's the Destiny heat map site? Here we go. Try to box myself when I try to log in. We're good. Let this load real quick. And there was a little bit of time. Wait a second. When my heat map generates, I'll show you guys. I'll show you the site here in a second. Once I'm making 20 more cookies. Once I make these 20, I'll show you this site here. It's d2scrub.land. All right, here we go. So this is your heat map based off of season. First off, this is a sickness. My longest streak, 122 days in a row. That's ridiculous. I have a problem. In the time since Destiny 2 launched, my longest streak of not playing is 9 days, which must be like my honeymoon or something. Kind of a sickness. But I was looking around here at Echoes, and I was like, what the fuck? What is this? I was like, okay, is this when Salvation's Edge launched? No, that's right there. That's right there. What is it? What is it? And then it hit me. Then it hit me like a brick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's when you were allowed to AFK macro in the Pale Heart. I was like, this day I played for 19 hours. This day I played for 20 hours. This day I played for 21 hours. I was like, what the fuck is that? Oh, yeah. That's right. It's pretty funny. Oh, man. Good times.
Remember what fighting.
It is pretty impressive that there's never a pure. My longest time without logging in is a week and 2 days. In 10 years. In 520 weeks. It's like, what the fuck? How has there been that much consistent content? Stuff to do. How is that even possible? That's insane. The 9 days inactive was during Ash and Iron. Was it actually? I didn't even look. No way. Oh, why'd I go to her?
Catch you later.
These are core cookies.
Your light has not gone out.
Bruh. A good shout. Bro, why can I not turn these all in all at once? This is insane. Quality of life feature that needs to be fixed. Whatever this is. Yo, see ya, Deadly Bird. Happy New Year, my friend. This is giving me all the wrong stuff. Why was Zavala giving me so much more Pharaoh potent? Ikora does not know what I want for Christmas. She's a hater. I want a Pharaoh potent mark, man. What's happening? I think it took me over 2 hours to cash in cookies, only half done. Holy. Oh, this is not a test where you have to open the Eververse menu multiple times. Yeah, I will not be turning in gifts to her. That's all the wrong set. It's all the wrong set. Oh no. I don't want any of this. Ikora's a terrible gift giver, dude. A horrendous gift giver. I think I got 1 piece of Pharaoh Potent from that. From 112 cookies. It's been nice knowing you, Lab. It's been a genuine pleasure seeing about a quarter of your memes.
It's on your.
Oh my god. No, I'd give you like a 67% success rate for your memes, I'd say. I'm pretty confident in that. Alrighty, chat. Well, the Sabres game and Stranger Things both drop in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to go eat dinner and watch one or both of those things. But yeah. Wait, why do you want me to wait, Lab? What am I waiting for? What am I waiting for, Lab?
Right now. Received.
I just think he's gonna die. Dude, I think he's gonna die in the finale. What is this? Rick rolled different link plus no ads.
Oh, let me check right away.
All right, everyone, have a fantastic night. Probably a Destiny Rising catch-up stream tomorrow. Preparing for the... Well, checking out the new tower defense mode. Pulling for the new character. Preparing for the raid. Everyone, I love your faces. Thank you for hanging out. Enjoy your New Year's. You know, drink lots of carbonated grape juice beverage. Eat black beans if you do that. That's what my dad used to do. I don't really understand that one, but whatever.
calculations don't make
And otherwise, just enjoy the rest of your year, my friends. Yeah. Here's to an equally as exciting 2026 with more consistently good marathon and Destiny content. Oh yeah, everybody. Have a good night.